Welcome to the Blue Lake City Council meeting. Today is April 7th, 2026. Go ahead and please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. City Clerk Green, would you please establish a quorum?
Yes. Mayor Swatsky,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Scafani. Here. Councilmember Napier.
Here.
Councilmember Lewis Lusso.
Here.
And Councilmember Bayless.
Here.
Great. Having everyone here, can we get a motion to approve the agenda?
Making a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion made by Councilmember Bayless,
Second.
seconded by Scafani. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Hearing none, we have an agenda. I'll go ahead and open this up for a public comment on non-agendized items. Would anyone like to speak on non-agendized items? Go ahead, please.
Hello, you guys. I'm here to represent the Blue Lake Bike and Skate Park Collective, and we tallied up all the funds that we raised from the Mad Scramble race, and I have a check to give to the city, $5,090.01, and to the fund for the bike park. And I would like to thank all of these sponsors that helped us make this happen. The Mad River Old Crows, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Coast Central Credit Union, SHN, Cal Plumbing and Fire Suppression, Adventures Edge Bicycle Shop, Revolution Bicycle Repair, RMI Outdoors, Paradise K, Visual Concepts, Pasquinta Mad River Brewing, North Coast Co-op, Eureka Costco, Jewel Distillery, Fish Brothers, Los Bagels. And who should I give this to? Give it to you?
I'll take it. We'll have to put it on the next agenda for acceptance.
Great.
Because it's more than
To this-
$5,000.
The special fund.
Yes, for the bike fund.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put it on the April 28th
Thank you.
agenda.
Yeah.
Thank you
you
very
very
much.
much.
That's really
Thank you,
impressive.
Kevin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over $5,000 is,
Has to go to council.
if I'd known, I would have told her to cut the check from this file.
It's all good.
Then
Yeah.
bring another money for that.
And Kevin, if you want to provide the list of sponsors, we can include that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
In my staff memo, just laying out what you just read.
Yeah.
Awesome for that to go on the
Yes.
record.
Yeah.
great.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you guys very
Everybody
much.
was really generous.
Yeah.
It was a fun day.
It was fun.
You guys
Yeah.
want
You
to,
came out.
I did, that was fun, for sure. If you guys want to come back
Good
for the
job.
acceptance too, you can have another hurrah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
you.
you all, appreciate it. Last call for public comment.
I just wanted to mention that I
Sure.
put on the table some of these little flyers that can be handed out to anybody. This is the English version. We also have a Spanish version tomorrow, but it has a QR code on it to be able to go and take the housing survey for the housing element that we're doing. So encourage as many people to take it as you can. There also will be paper copies of the survey at our office. If people don't do QR codes, they can come in and get one and bring it back.
Great,
Perfect.
great. All right, seeing no other public comment, moving on to item number 6, approval of resolution number 1257, authorizing the city manager to execute the agreement to convey an easement. City staff, would you like to fill us in on this item?
I would.
Great.
So the first record I found in the city hall on the memo that went to council acknowledging that this needed to be worked on was from John Berchold, and it was November of 2011, where they held their first closed session meeting to talk about the fact that the 100-year lease for the tank was going to expire. And so it's been a long road to get here. It was really exciting that we could get an agreement with Erin that she was willing to sign. I have a copy of it that is in your packet that includes all of the terms, and I'm just going to kind of go through a little bit of what's in there for the public as well. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding on Friday when she brought the original documents to me. What I had told her attorney didn't get relayed, and so at this point we have the check cut for her, and she's planning on providing the original documents so that we can open escrow, hopefully this week. What we agreed to financially is these are the payments that'll actually be made to the McClure Trust, is 65,000 through the escrow process. 60,000 of that is the actual purchase amount, and the intention of that is to cover all of the years of rent that we haven't paid since the previous lease expired to now, the commencement date. In addition, we agreed to pay $5,000 to reimburse her for attorney's fees. That $60,000 will be paid in two parts. The first will be a $5,000 deposit that goes into escrow as soon as it opens. The other $55,000, along with the $5,000 for the attorney's fees, will go in right before the close of escrow, all of which should be in the next 30 days, I would say. In addition, we agreed to make the $6,000 payment. Kat signed the check for me tonight, so we have that ready to give to her. That $6,000 payment is the first of 40 annual payments that we will make. And every year, that $6,000 will be increased by 3.2% to cover for inflation. So the total cost to the city for all 40 years with the inflationary percentage included is $473,481. We also agreed to repay her for a pedestrian gate and a vehicular gate that is up near the access where we have the access easement that goes to the tank. She is uncertain about exactly when she's going to do the installation of those, but at the time when she gets them completed, she'll bring us the invoices, and then we will issue checks for up to those amounts. The water base rates for the 4 accounts that we've agreed to continue to not charge her for 40 years worth at today's charge per month is $88,704. And then in addition, we agreed on a 300,000 cubic feet per year basis for those 4 accounts to receive water free of charge. At our current rate of $1.90 per cubic feet, that's $228,000. So the total of what will eventually get paid to her is $879,685, which is a pretty significant amount. The reason that this is affordable for the city in part is because the majority of it is spread out over a 4-year period. And so that allows for us to be able to budget for it each year. The 4th account that currently is paying for their base rate and paying for their consumption will be moved from a paying account to a non-paying account as soon as we close escrow. So one of the things that you guys are doing in this resolution, in addition to authorizing me to execute the agreement and any documents that are necessary to complete escrow, is we also are making a finding for CEQA. And the finding is that it is exempt under section 15301 for existing facilities. I've prepared a notice of exemption, which is in your packet. Once you adopt this, I will sign it, and then we will have our city clerk go in and file it with the county clerk. And we also are planning on filing with the Office of Planning and Research, also known as the State Clearinghouse, mainly because we have funding that's associated with this project, and we want to make sure that all the CEQA steps are followed perfectly so that when we get to the point where we want to move to construction, we don't have anything holding us up. We did have a notice of exemption that was already filed on this project, but it didn't specifically include property acquisition, which is one of the things that it's best to designate in your NOEs. So this one specifically says that it includes the acquisition of property for the project. So any questions?
Any questions?
No.
I don't have any significant concerns or questions at this time. Our annual breakdown was $21,000 roughly, or $22,000 roughly, it looks like, for the yearly cost.
That sounds about right.
No questions? Does the public wish
No,
to comment on the side?
I guess I just want to make sure that you're feeling good about this, as well as the city manager that's working on, I mean, obviously this is a lot of work and it looks very comprehensive.
Yeah, Ryan has signed off on the agreement. As the city attorney, he coordinated with Aaron McClure's attorney to make some little final tweaks to it for wording. So at this point, I feel like this is the best course of action if you want to be able to move forward with replacing this tank using any of the FEMA funds that you already have. Otherwise, it will take longer to acquire the property, and it'll put you in a position where you have to do tank 2 instead.
Great.
And the FEMA funds are for replacement of
They
the
are.
tank, the 100-year-old tank.
Yeah,
Is that
either one of them.
currently? Okay.
And as you've stated, tank 1 is the one that's preferred to be replaced.
It is, yeah, and from the very beginning, that was SHN's preference as well. It's leaking more significantly than tank 2 is. I've been up to see tank 2, and it is leaking, but not nearly like I think tank 1 is.
Okay.
And ju- Go ahead.
Oh, and Jenny, there has been some water that was in the old agreement as well. Is
Correct.
that- Yeah. so
3 of the
that's not-
accounts were already in the old agreement.
Right, so that's not necessarily a new.
Right, we agreed to renew that term of it, and we actually have continued to supply water at no cost during the entire term between the expiration and now.
And the overall consumption amount is the same as it's always been, correct?
I don't think in the old agreement it had an amount of water. She doesn't use nearly this amount, and so I don't have a lot of concern with the amount that's being allowed. I mean, it's well within the range.
Yeah, I
of-
just wonder where that came from.
I do not know. It way predates me.
And then if we, hypothetically, if she wanted to go ahead and develop some of the property and we had to move our water line, would that be a significant cost to us?
I don't think that it would be significant. I mean, on other projects where I've had to do that, we have, come back a certain distance from the structure that's to be built, usually 20 to 25 feet, and then just come out and around and back on the other side and then reconnected it. You don't relocate the whole thing, just the portion that's in the footprint of the new development.
Okay, great. Last call for questions before I open up the public. Does the public wish to comment on this item? Seeing none, we'll bring it back to council for a possible consideration of a motion or further discussion, whatever you wish.
I just want to say it's nice, and as I hope we are able to move forward with this, and it's very nice that this will come to a resolution. So, yeah,
Very much agree with you.
yeah.
Does anyone wish to make a motion?
I don't know, it's only been 15 years. We
I know.
could linger in this moment.
I know, right? Take a 30-minute moment of,
30 minutes? No.
Yeah.
30 seconds, sorry, thank you.
Well, I want to thank all parties for continuing to speak with each other and finding a way, and to, the representative for the trust as well, because it's not a small decision. So, thank you to everyone.
Thank you for everyone for
And thank
helping.
you for your negotiation on this.
All righty, we're entertaining a motion.
I would like to move that we approve resolution number 1257, authorizing the city manager the execute and subject agreement. Direct the city clerk to file a notice of exemption with the county clerk and state clearinghouse. That's my motion.
Motion made by Louis Lusso. Do we have a second?
A second.
Seconded by Councilmember Bayless.
And this is going to be roll call.
Roll call, yeah.
All right. All,
It's a roll call. Yeah. Mayor Sawatsky,
aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Scafani,
Aye.
Councilmember Napier,
Aye.
Councilmember Louis Lusso,
Aye.
Councilmember Bayless.
Aye.
All right. And is there anything else on our agenda for this evening?
I think adjourn.
Just adjournment. I'm going to go ahead and adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.